Rebels in Libya move on Gaddafi's hometown in their hunt for the deposed dictator. Celebrations and fireworks in the capital after days of fierce fighting. Rebels now control most of the city. How to build a shattered nation. The rebels face a funding crisis as South Africa stalls the release of Libyan assets. Welcome to BBC World News. I'm Tim Wilcox. Also coming up in the programme, technology fans across the world celebrate the legacy of Steve Jobs as he steps down from Apple. And Hurricane Irene sweeps through the Caribbean. The east coast of the United States is next. Hello, the hunt for Colonel Gaddafi continues with rebel fighters meeting stiff resistance from Gaddafi loyalists. In Tripoli, pro-Gaddafi fighters put up a fierce fight in parts of his compound. There's been violence in other pockets of the city as well. The rebels have now started to advance towards Gaddafi's hometown of Sirte, to the east of the capital, but they're facing clashes there. The BBC's Paul Wood is travelling with them. He sent this report.
It's not over yet. Though the battlefield is shrinking. These rebels are pushing up reinforcements. They're facing a stubborn enemy. We're 60 miles from Sirte, Colonel Gaddafi's hometown. His forces had been expected to retreat there to make a last stand. But they haven't been falling back. Far from it.
We were engaged with the enemy from this morning with heavy artillery. I mean, maybe you could hear the explosions every now and again.
So they had the chance 2 days to go to Sirte, back to Sirte, but they did not. I think they're coming from Sirte now.
So they're still attacking?
That's why you can see now, they're attacking us.
This group of rebels believe they're facing more than 1,000 Gaddafi troops a few miles up the road. They're baffled by the continued resistance.
You know, I thought, hey, Gaddafi ran away, they got Tripoli, game over, but apparently it's personal. I don't know what they're fighting for, really. They must believe in this guy, I don't know. But we got him in the corner now, it's just a matter of time now.
The rebels still hope that talks with tribal leaders in Sirte will end this peacefully. If not, they're building up forces on either side of the town. Military commanders on this side had confidently predicted that once Colonel Gaddafi was removed from power, his followers would simply give up the fight. But some of the loyalists, at least, are confounding those expectations and seem determined to fight for the last few slivers of territory which belongs to the old regime. Paul Wood, BBC News, on the road to Sirte.
Well, a little earlier I spoke to our correspondent in Tripoli, Daniel Sanford, and I began by asking him how much of the city was still controlled by pro-government forces now.
Well, there are definitely significant pockets. There are certainly areas where we're being advised not to go, and there are roads down which we're being advised not to drive because there are believed to be snipers on the roof controlling those roads. The estimation of the area is probably about 10 to 15%, but that's kind of a very rough estimate. I don't think anybody really knows. What's clear is that the rebels do control a very, very, very significant amount of the capital, and the way they're controlling it at the moment in the absence